lesson of Russian instrumental case, and today I'm gonna teach you how do we construct the Russian nouns into instrumental case, and also when do we use the instrumental case, and how do we use it. Okay, so let's start. Okay, first let's look how we change the Russian nouns into the instrumental case. To be honest, this part can be very tricky because how we change the words really depends on the gender or the ending of the original nouns. For example, let's look at the first one. It's masculine singular hard words. Okay, to understand by hard, I mean the masculine noun that's ending with consonants. Okay, let's look at the first examples. Universitet, it's ending with T, so it's ending with the consonant, so it's a hard word, masculine singular hard word. And for these words, to change into the instrumental case, we simply add on to the end of the word. For example, universitet, university, changes to universitet. Okay, we simply add on to the end. And the second one, vrach, the doctor, changes to vrachom. Okay, we simply add on to the end of the vrach. Vrach, vrachom. Vrach, vrachom. And chas, watch, turns to chasom. Chas, chasom. Okay, now let's continue to the second one. The masculine singular soft words. Okay, do you understand? By soft, I mean the masculine word that's not ending with consonants. For example, in the previous example, we have the hard words ending with consonants, like universitet. It's ending with T. It's a consonant, so it's a hard word. But there are also some masculine nouns in Russian that ends with not with consonants, but like e, short e, or mekisnak. And for these words, you simply remove the ending letter and put yen at the end of it. For example, Gidoi, the hero, it's ending with the short e, and to change it, you just remove the e and add yen to the end of it. For example, Gidoi, Gidoyen. Remove e and add yen. Gidoi, Gidoyen. And the second example, muzei, museum. Okay, how do we change it? To remove e and add yen. So we got muzei, 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 muzei. And pisатель, the writer, how do we change? Okay, we remove the мякий okay, and add yen. So we got писатель, писатель, писатель. Okay, now let's move on to the third one. And this one is masculine plural hard words. And you already know what hard words means, yeah? So let's continue. Universitet, it's a masculine hard word, and its plural form is universiteti. And so how do we do about that? For these words, we remove the last letter of the word and add ami. For example, universiteti, we remove the ending a and add ami to the end of it. So we got universitetami, universitetami, universiteti, universitetami. Okay, so the second example, studenty, the students. Okay, how do we do it? We remove e and we add ami. So we got studentami, Studiantami. Studenti, studiantami. Okay, similarly, atsi, fathers. How do we change it? Okay, again, we remove a and we add ami. So we got atsami, atsami, atsi, atsami. Okay, by far it's simple, not too difficult, right? So let's move on to the fourth one. Okay, this one is also masculine plural words, but it's for the soft words that's not ending with consonants. For example, the plural form of heroes, giroi, giroi. How do we change it? We remove the ending e and we add yami. Okay, so we got giroyami, giroyami, giroi, giroyami. Okay, we remove the ending word, the ending letter, and we add yami, giroi, giroyami. Similarly, for museums, musei, how do we change? We remove the ending e and we add yami, right? So we got museum, museum, musei, museum. Okay, now the third example, pisatели, the writers. How do we change it? Again, we remove the ending e and we add yami, right? So we got pisateliami, pisateliami, pisateli, pisateliami. Okay, remember, for the soft plural masculine words, we add yami, not ami. The previous one, hard words, we add ami. But the soft ones, it's yami. So this part can be really tricky, so please don't be confused. You need to remember the rules. Okay, now let's move on to the fifth. This one is feminine singular hard words. And for feminine words, the hard words means the words that ending with a. For example, sister, sister. And for these words, we just remove the a and change it into oi. Okay, remember oi. For example, sister, we remove the a and we add oi. So we've got sister boy, sister boy, sister, sister boy, and school, szkola. What do? We remove a and add oi. So szkoloj, szkola, szkoloj, szkola, szkoloj. Similarly, machina, we again remove the ending a and we add oi. Machina, machinoi. Okay. So let's move on to the soft feminine singular words. This is a little bit complicated because we've got two sorts of feminine singular soft words. The first one, as you can see, is ending with ya. The second one is ending with mякisnak, the soft sign. For the first sort of soft words that ending with ya, how do we change it? We remove the ya and we add ye. Okay, for example, look at the first example. Неделя, week. To change it into instrumental case, we remove the ending ya and we add ye. So we've got недельей, недельей, неделя, недельей. And the second one, Katya, which is a girl's name. Similarly, we also remove the ya and we add ye. So Katya, Katye, Katya, Katye. And For the second sort of feminine soft words, we just need to add you to the end of the word. Please notice that you don't need to remove the ending Melchizedek. You just need to directly add you to the end of the word. For example, Chitrat, which means notebook. To change it into the instrumental case, you just need to add you to the end of the Chitrat. So we got Chitrat you, Chitrat you, Chitrat you. Okay. Remember, you don't need to remove the Melchizedek. You just need to directly add the you to the end of the word. Chitrat, Chitrat you. Okay, let's continue. The seventh, which is feminine plural words. Again, we get two sources. The one is hard words, the second is soft. Okay, you remember by hard words, by hard feminine words, we mean the word that ending with a, and soft we mean ending with ya or Melchizedek. Remember? Okay, so for the hard words, the ending would be ami, ami. Okay, and for the soft, it would be yami. So let's look at the first example. Szkoły, szkoły, which is the plural form of szkoła, school. Sorry, szkoły. Okay, how do we change it? We remove the ending a, and we add ami. So we've got szkolami, szkolami, szkoły, szkolami, schools. And the second one, sisterly, sisterly, sisters. First, it's a family hard word. Yes, because the single form is sister da. It's ending with a, so it's hard word. So the ending would be army, right? So we've got sister da army. We remove the ending a, and we add army. So sister rami, sister rami. Okay. And for soft words, let's look at the example. Недели. Недели. Remember, it's weeks, right? Its singular form is неделя. It's ending with ya. So it's a soft feminine word. So how do we change it? We turn the ending into yami, right? So what do we have to do? We have to first remove the ending letter, yi, of недели. And we add yami to the end of it. So we've got неделями. Недели, неделями. Clear? Okay, let's move on to the eighth one. Okay. Now we've got to the neuter words. At first, let's look at the singular neuter words. This is quite simple. You just need to add "an" to the end of the words, and that's all. For example, akno, window. To change it, we just add "an" to the end of akno, so we've got aknom, aknom, akno, aknom. Okay, the second example, more, the sea, the ocean. How do we change it? Again, we add move directly to the end. Море, морем. Море, морем. And the third one is quite a long word. Упражнение, which means exercise. How do we change it? We add am, right? So we've got упражнением. Упражнением. Упражнение, упражнение. Okay, now let's see how do we change neuter plural words. Again, there are two sorts of neuter words. One is ending with o, and one is ending with ye. And for the words that end with o, it's plural form. If we want to turn it into instrumental case, we need to change the ending to ami. So let's look at the first example. Slava. It means words. It's a singular form. It's slova, ending with o. Slova, o. So what its ending should be? Army, right? So how do we change it? We remove the ending a, and we add army. So we've got Slavami, Slavami, Slava, Slavami. Okay? And for the second sort of neutral pronoun words, which ending with ye, we change the end into yami. Okay, look at the second example. Maria, the plural form of the C, more. How do we change it? We change the ending into yami, right? Because the more is ending with ye, so we need to change the ending into yami. So how do we do it? We remove the ending of Maria, ya. We remove ya, and we change into yami, right? So we've got Mariami, Mariami. Sorry, Maria, Mariami. Okay. So what about the plural form of exercise? Упражнение. How do we change it? So let's see what the ending of упражнение is ye, right? So again, we need to change the ending into yami. So we remove the ending ya and change it to yami. So упражнениями, упражнениями, упражнения, упражнениями. Okay, clear? So I think this is all about how do we construct the words into instrumental case. So let's move on to when do we use the instrumental case. Okay, basically there are three cases. The first one is that we use it after some certain verbs, like for example, занимать, to do, start, to become, интересовать, be interested, работать, work as, and быть, to be. Okay, let's look at some examples here. Он хочет стать врачом. Он хочет стать врачом. He wants to become a doctor. So you can see врач, we turned into врачом, the instrumental case, because it's after start, to become, as we have mentioned here. So it's стать врачом, to become a doctor. Он хочет стать врачом. He wants to become a doctor. And the second sentence. Он будет следующим президентом России. He will be the next president of Russia. Okay, let's see. Будет следующим президентом. It's instrumental case. Why? Because it's after будет. Будет. Okay, you see, быть. The noun after быть has to be in the instrumental case. So, будет президент, to be the president. Будет следующим президентом, to be the next president. Он будет следующим президентом России. He will be the next president of Russia. And the third phrase, заниматься спортом. It means to do sports. Sport, we turn it into спортом. Why? Because it's after заниматься. Okay? Заниматься is followed by an instrumental word. So, заниматься спортом. Okay? So now let's look at the second case when we use the instrumental case word. The second one is we use it after certain prepositions, including с, with, между, between, not, on, pod, under, перед, in front of. For example, между нами, between us. Олег со своей женой. Oleg and his wife. Not stolen on the table. Okay, now let's look at the third case when we use the instrumental case. It can refer to means or methods by which we complete doing something. What does this mean? So we directly look at the examples. The first one, pisat ruchkой. What does this mean? Pisat is right, and ruchka it's pen, yes. So why do we use the instrumental case of ruchka? Ruchkой. Why? So write a pen. Do we write a pen? No, we don't write a pen, but we write with a pen, right? In English, you have the word with before the pen to refer to you write with the help of the pen, right? But in Russian we don't say it like that. We just say pisat ruchkой, with the help of the pen. To write with the help of the pen. So that's why here we use the instrumental case of ruchka. Pisat ruchkой, to write with the help of a pen. To write with a pen. Understand? Okay, now the second example. Резать ножом. Резать ножом. What does this mean? Резать is to cut. And ножом, it's the instrumental case of the word knife. Нож. So what does this mean? To cut knife doesn't make sense, right? So it's to cut with a knife. Yes? To cut with a knife. Резать ножом. Ножом. Резать ножом. To cut with a knife. So that's why we use the instrumental case of нож. It means you cut something with the help of a knife. So резать ножом. Резать ножом. To cut with a knife. And the last example, есть ложкой. Есть ложкой. Okay? Ложка is the instrumental case of ложка, the spoon, and есть is to eat. So what does this mean? To eat a spoon? It doesn't make sense, right? So it's to eat with a spoon. Есть ложкой, to eat with a spoon. Okay, I think this is all for today, and I really hope you have learned something from my lesson. If you have any questions, please leave them into the comment section, and see you next time. Пока-пока.